Hi, this is Dawn Barkley, and I'm here in beautiful Cancun, Mexico at the Moon Palace Resort, and I am covering InteleTravel Quest 2023, which is the 29th annual conference for the InteleTravel host agency, and I am here with James Ferrara, who is the co-founder and president, and together we're going to talk about all things InteleTravel, including a surprise announcement that came out of the conference. This is Insider Travel Report. James, thanks so much for joining me.
Thanks for being here with us, Dawn. Welcome to ITQ, we call it.
Thank you. And I've been hearing some amazing numbers. One of them is that you're up to 97,000 advisors. You are at $850 million of revenue. That should be over $1 billion at the end of Q1 2024 when all these people who have booked have traveled. And you are 55% above 2022 and 400% above 2019. Are all those numbers right?
They are absolutely correct, yes.
How'd you do it?
Well, I didn't do it. Our independent contractors did. That's the first thing. We have to give them all the credit. Our independent business owners, their creativity, their courage, their skill, they did it. After that, at the host agency level, we support them. We support them with incredible education. That's first and foremost kind of the biggest pillar of what we do. Suppliers and agents who've had experience at other agencies say that we have the most robust educational platform they've ever seen in the industry, our educational program. Beyond education, we have incredible technology, which we build and own ourselves, and that takes all the friction out for them, makes it easier for them to sell. We have incredible supplier support and supplier portfolio, negotiated contracts, so they have the right product. We have great marketing and communications on a daily basis through their extranet with us or through emails and so on. And we have incredible events like the one that you're at. We produce 40 large-scale in-person events every year. We did 402 webinars so far in 2023. We have 3 podcasts. We have publications. We have all of it. So we're a host agency, but in some ways we're really very much like a consortium, right? And on and on. So there are all operations, there are all this support that we do at the next level down, and that is part of our secret sauce also.
Now, you grew during the pandemic when other host agencies definitely shrunk. How'd you do that?
Well, I think the independent contractor model supported us all host agencies, in a way that was more robust than other ways of selling travel. So we all recovered, I think, at the beginning of the recovery. So early in 21, we recovered. How we continued to do business during the pandemic, again, I give it up to our independent contractors whose warm relationships, relationship selling were the key to success, but also our management and our trainers, our mentors and coaches, who we call ambassadors. They pivoted early on in the pandemic and gave the right direction for people to continue selling, to continue learning, to continue contacting customers. Our suppliers supported that too. So the InteleTravel model came together in an incredible way. We lost business, like everyone, of course, but we wound up the year profitable. I distributed profit share to all of our employees at InteleTravel in 2020, which has to be pretty rare. And on top of that, we grew in the number of agents because I think people were looking for a work-from-home opportunity. Some people, unfortunately, lost their jobs during that time, and InteleTravel became a soft landing for them, especially people who had jobs in the travel industry and were able then to move to us during that time. So we are, I've come to learn that the independent contractor model and InteleTravel's version of it is recession-proof, is interruption-proof.
Fantastic. So let's talk about the big announcement that came out of yesterday, and that was that InteleTravel is joining Travel Leaders as opposed to Ensemble, where you've been for the last 6 years. Do you want to talk a little bit about the thinking behind that?
Sure. I mean, the first thing I want to say is that the decision to choose a consortium partner is a complex one, and it involves an analysis of supplier portfolio and contracts, marketing support, training and events. All of that goes into it, whatever other assets are available. And the tricky thing is that a consortium's bundle of those benefits changes over time. So about 6 years ago, we were actually at Travel Leaders, and at that moment in time, our evaluation led us to move to Ensemble. Here we are about 6 years later, and same thing. The evaluation now says that at this moment in time, for the specific needs of InteleTravel, Travel Leaders Network is the right choice for us. That is not a criticism of our former partner at all. It is just a recognition that in this analysis, this is the best fit for us going forward. We do not change consortia lightly, right? It's not like we've changed every year or anything. We've had long and loyal relationships with each consortium. So, of course, we wish our former partner well, and we're very excited about going forward with our new partner, Travel Leaders Network.
Great. Now, one of the things that I noticed about InteleTravel is that you have a lot of specialist certifications, and you're even growing that further with some LGBTQ and some accessibility, and accessibility is one of my key loves, accessible travel. So can you talk a little bit about the thinking behind that? Because I know somebody yesterday talked about pick a lane, and you're obviously promoting that idea.
We do, because one of the most common reactions I get from new agents, they come to our Dreammaker events around the country. They're getting all of this training information I told you about. The most common reaction is a little bit feeling overwhelmed, right? And the antidote to that is to have them focus on markets that are sort of low-hanging fruit for them, to think about who their potential customers are, what kind of travel they do, select a few suppliers in that category and focus. The further focus is niche, right? And to think about luxury or wellness. Certainly we're pushing premium and luxury as the strategy, right? But also we have a big romance track where we teach weddings and honeymoons. We have a Project Next Gen for the last 5 years or so, where we teach how to sell to younger generations. And now accessibility, LGBTQ, and we've got some new ones up our sleeve too. So,
want to talk about those?
Not yet.
Oh, darn. Also, you're getting involved more in package tours, and then you're going to have your own custom package tours. Can you talk a little bit about that?
Yeah, well, the first step we took towards that was we built a packaging technology that our independent contractors use for FIT work, right? So our booking engine technology allows them to select air, car, hotel, vacation rentals, insurance, activities and entertainment, tickets, and so on, and bundle them into a package with a single invoice and a single credit card settlement, which is a really big deal and sounds very simple, but is very complicated behind the scenes. So we've already had that for them for the last year or two. The next step is that we are acquiring a tour operator business so that we can create our own product. This doesn't replace our relationships with tour operators and wholesalers. It just adds to the portfolio, but it does give us a measure of control, and we can tailor product to our customer demographics and psychographics and travel behaviors, and we can create a wider margin for our agents. I mean, that's a big part of what we're doing. And by the way, that was a big mantra at the new ensemble. So we take that lead from Jeff Wilner and Michael Johnson and the people at Ensemble who've been talking about it for years now, how to get agents out of this kind of slavish position of earning 10%, right? And instead get them into wider margin products. So again, us controlling the product gives us that opportunity.
Has it been announced who you'll be purchasing?
It has not been announced, but we expect that announcement in January.
Okay, perfect. And so you've moved into Ireland recently. I know you have a big UK presence. You've moved into Ireland, and Canada is next?
Canada is next, and the EU. So these things are happening at the same time. But we expect a move into the EU in 2024, along with a big announcement in Canada.
And what else is on track for InteleTravel in 2024?
Well, we made some big announcements here at the event. We announced a new mobile app, both for our agents to use to run their business, conduct their business, because everyone's working from mobile, right? And I want that. I want our independent contractors working from the beach, if that's where they want to work from, right? We want everyone out there. But also to extend to customers, right? To allow customers to use a mobile app to self-serve when they want to self-serve and have our agents credited for that business. So that's a tricky thing to do, and we've done it. The other announcement we've had is around a points program at InteleTravel for first agents and then customers to earn loyalty points, essentially, for behaviors that we've determined are profitable for them or will lead to a profitable business for them. So selling particular product, selling preferred product in a given time period and getting double points, attending an InteleTravel training event, getting a training certification, joining ASTA, joining CLIA. All of these things will add points to their wallet in the system, and those points are redeemable for travel from our preferred suppliers or for a catalog of luxury and consumer goods, hundreds of brands of fashion and lifestyle and home and garden and electronics especially. So we've announced that, and I think that's really cool. It certainly got a standing ovation here. Another really important development is we've added more sales leadership to the field. We've added a new level of recognition, a new program to recognize top-selling agents. It's something that I've been striving to do better at. We've brought on a new executive, Bethany Grant, who leads the charge. We've created various recognition levels for sales up to the President's Club and $1 Million Club. And we've created a new publication, the InteleTraveler magazine, that features our top 50 agents and their backgrounds and business plans for what they're doing. So that's really important. And then we've created new events called Accelerator, and those are our advanced sales training events for our agents. So there's a real push on to cheerlead the team, to get out there and motivate the team to sell more and give them the skills and then give them the recognition and reward beyond the compensation, right? Compensation's critical, but we all want to be recognized also. So I'm really excited about that.
Yeah, this is really exciting stuff. Well, James, thanks so much for joining me. I appreciate it. This is Dawn Barkley, and this is Insider Travel Report.